You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Turgut. Welcome to another edition of Turkish Football Podcast. We'll recap what happened in the European competitions for the Turkish teams, and also we'll preview Week 16 coming up starting today in the Turkish Super Lig. But first, next 15 minutes, I'll give you these stories. First, let's talk about what happened on Tuesday in the Champions League. Besiktas was the only team that represented Turkey in the Champions League this season, and they played their last match in Germany against Dortmund, and Besiktas got trashed by Dortmund 5-0, and with that score, after playing 6 matches in the Champions League, and they have not earned a single point. 0 point. And they allowed 19 goals. That was a disaster. It was a disaster for Sergen Yalçın. It was a disaster results for Besiktas team. And with this, and besides this, Besiktas team in the standings in the Turkish Super Lig after 15 weeks, they're not doing that good either. So what went wrong with Besiktas? But I can tell you right now, after losing that match and got trashed by Dortmund 5-0 on Wednesday, actually on Thursday, Besiktas coach Sergen Yalçın resigned from his job. Now, he's not the only reason why Besiktas is bad. There's some blames to go to the Turkish Besiktas officials. There's some blame to go to Besiktas players. Because let's face it, this is the defending champions of last season in the Turkish Super Lig. They have won the matches and the championship in Turkey without some of the players that they got transferred for just this cause, to play in the Champions League and play better in the Champions League, have a better team in the Champions League. They transferred players like Alex Teixeira, Rashid Gazelle, they signed him again. And Pjanic, they got him on the loan. And Batshuayi. These players actually did not connect with the rest of the team. They were either injured or they were not on the team a lot of time. With the rotations, as I mentioned to you a lot about it in my podcast, the rotations really did not work for Besiktas and Sergen Yalçın. And guess what? As I mentioned to you just a little while ago, on Thursday, Sergen Yalçın resigned, and Besiktas is looking for a coach right now. But here's the thing. I have said this on Twitter. None of the Turkish media picked this news up. While Sergen Yalçın was coaching and having bad results in the Turkish Super League and Champions League matches, someone from Besiktas team, someone from Besiktas officials was talking to Joseph Mourinho's ex-assistant, Rui Faria. Now, this was in the news in the English media. I have seen this, and I have talked to a person that wrote this article, talked about it. And no one from Turkish media picked this up. And I said this about 10 or a week ago. Now, why would someone go look for a coach while you have a coach that coaching the team? I'm sure inside information, Sergen Yalçın probably heard this. That's why he was not very comfortable on the sideline. He was not given his 100% in the practice sessions. And the communication between Sergen Yalçın and Besiktas officials broke long time ago, ladies and gentlemen. That is why Sergen Yalçın is not the only guy that you should blame the reason why Besiktas is in turmoil right now. I blame to the players. I blame to the officials, starting from Besiktas president, CEO. So whatever happened, it happened. Now Besiktas has to concentrate on the Turkish Super Lig and Turkish Cup matches coming up later on this month. Another team that was very disappointed in the Europa League, Fenerbahce, even though they tied at home in their last match, they tied with Frankfurt, and they finished the group in the third place. As we were talking about Fenerbahce coach being sacked, Pereira, well, guess what? Sergen Yalçın, if he didn't resign, we know that Besiktas officials were going to sack him. So he heard the news, so that's why he resigned before they sacked him. So Besiktas is out of the European competition, out of Champions League matches, and Fenerbahce will play in the Conference League. But one thing, Galatasaray, as I mentioned to you in my podcast all the time, every week, I said the match against Lazio was going to be the match for first place. Indeed, that's what happened. Galatasaray went to Rome, and with a good plan. As I told you earlier in my podcast, Fatih Terim was sick, and with a hernia, he got better for this game. He wanted to be on the sideline with his game plan perfectly executed. They gave a hard time to Lazio. They had the Turkish wall and Muslera in the goal. As a team, Galatasaray 95 minutes played together with the Fatih Terim's direction. They tied the match and they finished the group on top, and they're in Sweet 16 in the Europa League with 12 points, and that they have not lost a match in 6 matches. So congratulations to Galatasaray team, Galatasaray fans, and Fatih Terim. They did a hell of a job for Turkish football fans. They should be proud of, because let's face it, any team that plays in the European competition, we should not, if you're Turkish, you should root for that team. That's how I see it. So Galatasaray will be waiting until March 16, and Lazio will probably play playoff matches early, but February 25th, Galatasaray will know who's going to be their opponent. But looking at some of the top finishers in the groups, you got Lions, Monaco, Frankfurt, and Leverkusen, West Ham, and Spartak Moscow, and a team from Slovenia, Crvena Zvezda. So these are the teams that Galatasaray might face them, but you got to know that there's going to be some teams coming up from the playoffs too. So we know one thing, Galatasaray doesn't play any Europa League matches until March 16. All right, so far for this European competition scores and opinions from me. Let's get to the week 16 in the Turkish Super Lig, and it's going to be as we go into last 3 weekends. As you know, the first half ends after week 19. Week 17, 18, and 19 will be back-to-back, non-stop matches. Want to give you a heads up for that one. But week 16 will start today on Friday. There's only one match. And Altay, Izmir's team, with 18 points, they will host Hatayspor. Hatayspor is in 4th place with 26 points. Altay hasn't won a match in their last 8 matches. 0 win and 3 draws, and they have 5 lost. So for Altay, it's very important to win their home matches. If they don't win this match, Altay, we might see them going down through the relegation zone. On Saturday, there are 4 matches. Fatih Karagümrük, the team with 22 points, will face Konyaspor. Konyaspor, as you know, is the closest team to Trabzonspor. Konya with 27. This should be a very fun match. Fatih Karagümrük, after losing last weekend, they want to win this match. In Rize will host Göztepe. This should be a very fun and very exciting match because Rizespor, the last team in the bottom with 10 points. Göztepe is also in the relegation zone with 14 points. This should be very, very difficult match. Look for at least Rizespor to win this match or a draw. Başakşehir, the team that is most formed in the Turkish Super Lig with 25 points, will host Kasımpaşa. Kasımpaşa is in relegation zone. This should be no brain picking. This should be Başakşehir should win this match easily. And also, last match on Saturday, Antalya will host the first place team, Trabzonspor. Antalya with 18 points. As you know, Trabzonspor sits on top of the Turkish Super Lig with 39 points. No one has beat them. Do you think Antalyaspor has the power to beat them? We will find out. On Sunday, there are 3 matches. Adana Demirspor will be at home against Giresunspor. Adana Demirspor with 20 points. Giresunspor with 19 points. These teams are very close to each other. That's why I say Altay with 18, they need to win their matches. And also on Sunday, Yeni Malatya will be at home against Alanyaspor. Yeni Malatyaspor is another team in the bottom of the league in the relegation zone. The last match on Sunday, Besiktas, the team without the coach, will be at home against Kayserispor. As you know, Kayserispor coached by Hikmet Karaman. And Besiktas has 21 points. Kayserispor has 19 points. This is going to be a very important match. Besiktas, let me tell you something. They have not won. They have only in their 8 matches, they only won 2 matches. And they have 5 losses and 1 draw. So it is a must-win for Besiktas, because if they don't win, it's going to be a problem. On Monday, there are 2 matches. Sivasspor with 19 points will host Galatasaray. The team just traveled back to Turkey this morning. Friday morning, they will come and they will play this Monday match in Sivas. After working out on Monday, actually Friday, probably Saturday, and then they will travel Saturday to Sivas. The last match on Monday, Gaziantep will be at home with 18 points against Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce is another team with 27 points. They're in the 3rd place. And Gaziantep with 18 points. Gaziantep coach is former Fenerbahce coach. This should be a very interesting match too. So, this is it. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. We'll see you next time. and we'll preview, actually recap the Week 16. We'll preview Week 17. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.